Welcome to the second lesson, dear students. This is the second lesson on relations and functions. In the last lesson, I have taken a few concept-based questions in relations and functions. Of course, a few old questions also. In this lesson, let us take some old questions of Karnataka CET and some more other questions. Let us begin the class. First one is, if number of A equal to 2 and total number of possible relations from A to B is 1024, then what is number of B? So options are 20, 10, 5 and 512. This is the latest question. See here, what is given is number of A is 2 given. We have to find what is number of B. So first try to understand how many number of elements will be there in A cross B, that is 2n, because number of A is 2, number of B is n, so it is 2n. Now total number of subsets of A cross B will be equal to total number of relations, because we know that relation is nothing but subset of order A cross B. Therefore this will be equal to 2 to the power 2n, and that is given to be 1024, but 1024 is same as 2 power 10. This gives us 2n equal to 10, therefore n equal to 5. Therefore the option is C. Second question, if a relation R on the set 1, 2, 3 is defined by R is containing only one element 1, 1, then R is reflexive and symmetric, symmetric and transitive, only symmetric, reflexive and symmetric. So this is also question from KCET 2020. R is 1, 1, it contains only one element. So definitely R is not reflexive because 2, 2 is not there, 3, 3 is not there. So this is one thing. Second, clearly R is symmetric because 1, 1 is there, 1, 1 is there. That's all. Even you interchange, you will get the same thing. Is R transitive is the only question. See now, if it is only symmetric, then C must be our answer. If it is symmetric and transitive, then B must be our answer. D and A ruled out. Now, S is the answer because this is actually called trivial transitive relation. There is, see, the definition of transitivity says if AB is there and BC is there, then AC must be there. If, but that if condition itself is not possible here, so we have to take it as transitive. So B is the correct option. Next one, if A equal to ABC, then the number of binary operations on A is A 3 power 6, 3 power 3, 3 power 9, then 3. This is also a Karnataka CET 2020 question. What is the definition of binary operation? Let me write. It is a function from A cross A to A. So this is the definition. So now the question is how then the number of binary operations means number of functions we have to find. So now number of elements of A cross A, that is the domain, that is equal to 3 into 3, 9, because elements are ABC. Now number of elements of A, that is the codomain, that is 3. Now let us try to find like this. First element of A cross A can go to any one of element of A, therefore in 3 ways. Similarly, second element of A cross K can go to any one element of 3. Like this, how many we have to do? 9th element, up to 9th element we have to do. So therefore now, if you apply the fundamental principle of work, first work is done in m ways, second work is done in n ways, etc. So 9th work is done in n ways. Total will be m into n into p, etc. That we know, fundamental principle. Using the same thing, total number of binary operation will be equal to 3 into 3, etc. 9 times. That is equal to 3 power 9. So this is the correct argument actually. Next question, the domain of the function f of x equal to cos inverse square root of x minus 1 is, so 0 to 2, minus 1 to 1, 0 to 1, then 1 to 2. So this is also KCET 2020 question. condition is what for the function here? Minus 1 less than square root of x minus 1 less than 1. That is the condition for cos inverse. Now we have to square it. So 0 less than x minus 1 less than or equal to 1, because this is the condition you have to remember. Whenever x lies between minus and plus a, if it is strict inequality, then it is 0 to, when you square it, it is 0 to a square. If equality sign is there, you have to use equality. Therefore it is 0 less than or equal to x minus 1 less than or equal to 1. Now taking 1, that is adding 1 all the three sides, therefore you get 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2. Therefore the option is D. This is the fourth question. Fifth question, the domain of the function f from R to R defined by f of x equal to square root of x square minus 7x minus 12. In the last lesson I have done a few questions of this type. Options here given here are, of course, first three are almost similar with a slight change. Last one is different. So this question is from 2019. What is the condition? I made it very clear in the last class also. Square root of anything, then the condition is that must be positive, and if it is in the numerator, even you have to include equality sign. If it is in the denominator, then inequality sign, strict inequality. That is the only difference. So now this we have to solve. When you factorize, you get x minus 3 into x minus 4. Now I have also told this wavy curve method. 3 and 4 are the critical points, or the points where x-axis, the curve cuts x-axis. Now right side of 4 it is positive, left side of 3 it is positive, in between it is negative. So that is the way of deciding the positive negative sign. Therefore using this one we can say x belongs to minus infinity to 3 including 3, because equality sign is also there. Similarly 4 to infinity. Therefore you see in the options they give different types, so that you must understand, and the same question if it is in the denominator it is different. So that is the difference. Therefore you should be careful. So it is, I think B is the option. Next, sixth one. On the set of positive rationals, a binary operation star is defined by a star b equal to 2ab by 5. Now given 2 star x equal to 3 inverse, what is the value of x? So of course options are given, and in such cases guesswork also not possible. We should know how to work it out. So what is given is 2 star x equal to 3 inverse. Therefore x must be equal to 2 inverse star 3 inverse. That means applying 2 inverse on both sides. And here you should know one thing, 2 inverse is not 1 by 2 and 3 inverse is not 1 by 3, because therefore that option is given as A. So it is inverse of this particular binary operation. Now we have to find the inverse of both 2 inverse as well as 3 inverse. How to find it? First let us find what is the identity element. So A star E equal to A, that is the definition. So this gives you 2AE by 5 must be equal to A. That will give you E equal to 5 by 2. You can cancel A, then E equal to 5 by 2. So this is the identity element of this particular binary operation. Now what I have to do is, I have to calculate what is 2 inverse. I know this definition, 2 star 2 inverse must be E. What is E here? It is 5 by 2. So using this I have to calculate what is 2 inverse. Now we see 2 star 2 inverse, what you have to do is, you have to apply the formula A star B equal to 2AB by 5. Therefore using that formula we get this one. Simplify, you get 2 inverse equal to 25 by 8. So this is the first thing. Exactly same way you have to calculate 3 inverse also. 3 star 3 inverse is once again identity element. Therefore apply the condition given here, using which we get 2 into 3 inverse divided by 5, that is equal to 5 by 2. Simplify by cross multiplication, 3 inverse will be equal to 25 by 12. So both I have done separately. Now what you have to do is, 2 inverse star 3 inverse equal to, now definition is 2AB by 5. There you have to substitute. So 2 into 25 by 8, that is 2 inverse, and 3 inverse is 25 by 12 divided by 5. This you have to simplify. So definitely it is 125 divided by 48. So D is the correct option. So this is the sixth question. Of course, this is a little bit challenging because normally students, those who do not have this concept, 2 inverse means they will take 1 by 2, 3 inverse means they will take 1 by 3, 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 is 6, therefore 1 by 6 is the option normally students select. So this one should be very careful. Next question, let f and g be two functions from R to R. F of x is mod x plus x and g of x is mod x minus x for x belonging to R. Then what is f of g of x when x is negative? Options are, this is also, you should be very careful with this type of question. F of x, let us first rewrite it. See, I can write like this, whenever x is negative, mod x is minus x, so minus x plus x is 0, so there is the first one branch. Second one is, whenever x is positive, mod x is x, so x plus x is 2x, so this is how we have to split. Exactly same way we have to write g of x also. Mod x minus x will be minus 2x when x is negative because mod x is minus x. Similarly, when mod x is x, x minus x is 0. So this is the splitting. Now what you have to do is take the function f of g of x. So this will be equal to f of g of x. Let us keep on solving. So this is equal to f of minus 2x because what is the condition given? X is negative. Whenever x is negative, what is g of x? It is minus 2x. Then what is the next step? That is very crucial step actually. This will be equal to, I will write 2 into minus 2x. Why minus 2 into minus 2x? Because look at this condition. X is negative means minus 2x is positive. Whenever positive, you have to take the function as 2x. Therefore 2 times minus 2x. So the correct answer is minus 4x. So this is the option. So I think C is the option. Let us go to the next question. A is a set having 6 elements. The number of distinct number of functions from A to A which are not bijection is. So options are given. This is from 2018. See, first we have to understand, suppose A has 6 elements and it is a function from A to A only. That means domain also 6 elements, range also 6 elements. Now let us first calculate how many different functions are possible, all types of functions. So what is the method, you know? First element can go to any element in the second set. So it has 6 choices. Same way second element also has 6 choices because an element, different elements here can go to the same element, no condition. Therefore total number of functions will be 6 to the power 6 when both are having same number of elements. Now what is the next one? In the same case, that is when A is having 6 elements, domain as well as codomain, how many bijective functions are possible? What do you mean by bijective function? Suppose the first element goes to one element, the second element cannot go to the same element. Therefore we can calculate like this. First element has 6 choices, second element has 5 choices because first element has already gone to one element for which a second element cannot go. Like that, when you calculate, the last element, sixth element, will have one choice. So once again, by fundamental principle of counting, it is 6 factorial. 6 into 5 into 4 etc. 6 factorial. Now you can answer the question. So what is the question? The number of distinct function from A to A which are not bijection means definitely you can answer. Number of A is 6. Of course, I have done this already. So required answer will be 6 power 6 minus 6 factorial. Next one, let f be a function from R to R, be a function defined by f of x. This is a very simple question actually. First one is 9, 14, then see, this question is from 2018 KCET. Let me write the function first. 2x when x is more than 3, x square between 1 and 3. Of course 1 is not included, 3 is included, and 3x x less than or equal to 1. So this is the thing. Now let us calculate what is f of minus 1. Minus 1 means it is less than 1. So the function will be 3x. So I have to use the last function. So I am using arrow mark to convince you. Similarly 2 means it lies between 1 and 3. Therefore I have to use the middle function x square. So it is 2 square 4. And for 4 I have to use x is more than 3. So 4 is more than 3. Therefore I have to use the first function 2x. So now we have to add, that's all. Therefore it is f of minus 1 plus f of 2 plus f of 4. So the answer is 9. I think A is the option. Yes. Next question. The range of the function f of is equal to square root of 9 minus x square. Here the range is asked. Normally domain. So far we have discussed domain. Here the range. And this question, if you remember, we have done it in first year. This exact same question is there in the exercise. So the domain is minus 3 to 3, no doubt. Even you can find it using the condition. Now for x equal to c, the simple way of finding range is this. When x is minus 3, yeah, f is 0 because minus 3 square is 9. When x is 3 also it is 0. 3 square also 9. And another thing is when x is 0, f is 3. Therefore definitely maximum is 3, minimum is 0. So the range is 0 to 3. So the option is, I think, yeah, C. Let us take the next question. The function f from R to R defined by f of x equal to x power 4 is, there are 4 options, of course, neither 1 1 nor on to 1 1 and on to f, maybe 1 1 not on to, etc. This is 2017. It is a very simple question actually. F from R to R defined by f of x equal to x4. Now we can say this way, x power 4 is always positive, it cannot be negative. So this implies for every x, so this implies f is not on to, because in the codomain negative values cannot be images. So that's the thing. Second one is, you yourself can check, f of minus 1 and f of 1 both are 1 and the same, you can check it. So it is not 1 1 also, therefore it is neither 1 1 nor on to. And this question also, it is directly from NCERT textbook. So A is the option. And the 12th question, f of x equal to 8x cube and g of x equal to x power 1 by 3. Then find f of g of x. So options given are 8x, 8x cube, 8 cube x and 8x power 1 by 3. Of course, this is also 2017. F of x let us write and g of x, these are the two functions. Now let us find out step by step. F of g of x by definition is f of g of x. First you substitute. What is g of x? It is x power 1 by 3. Now what is f of x? It is 8x cube. Therefore I have to write here 8 into x power 1 by 3 to the power 3. So this is 8x. Therefore I think answer is 8x. So this is the question. I have taken 12 questions. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you like, because lot of students are watching and some of you are also sharing your feedback. I am very happy. Definitely I will continue. Please subscribe and share with your friends, so that will be an encouragement for me to continue further. Let us meet in the next session with the next chapter, trigonometry. Of course, trigonometry is a very vast area. First PUC also it is very vast. Second PUC inverse trigonometric function is there. Let me combine both and let me take a few MCQ in the beginning to develop the concept. Then let us directly take the questions from old Karnataka CET, so that definitely it will help you to prepare better. Let us meet in the next lesson. Till then, bye. Take care.